Alright, pre-market analysis. S&P 500, we continue to chart a series of higher highs and higher lows. Now we did get a pull back to the 21 EMA, continue to push back to the upside. I'm looking for a deeper pullback. We discussed before we got a gap to fill, so let's see if we can tag this area. Nasdaq continues to push to the upside. Now we did tag this first horizontal line. Now for the gap fill, it's around 425. So let's see if we can get back down there before resuming the upside. Diamonds, we also got a nice push back to the upside on this chart as well. On Russell 2000, this one's lagging. So if I want to find opportunities to go long, I want to find in the small caps. Okay, so let's take a quick look at the Dow stocks. Now we talked about Dow, and this one is moving up along just fine. This is what I was expecting. I like this three price relationship. Pulling back against that 200 moving average, recovered, continue to use it as support back to the upside. Now take a quick look at Verizon. Verizon just hasn't taken off. You can see right here we do have a three price relationship right around $39, $40. Price pull back, and now we're just waiting for strength back to the upside. You got to be patient with these charts. Just taking a quick look on the hourly chart. A good sign is that we did recover against this 200 moving average on the hourly chart. This is more of a long-term play. These are not going to be the fast movers. These are not going to be like Nvidia's. Let's just flip through some of the Dow stocks and see what we got. Got Intel over here. Intel, not a place I want to place a trade at all. Cisco not charting with the rest of the markets. You can see it's trading below the 200 moving average. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is looking interesting. Okay, it is up above the 200 moving average on the daily chart, but overall we got some resistance on top. You can see you can start connecting some trend lines on this. So this is not the pattern, not the best pattern I want to be working with, because we do have a series of lower highs and lower lows. It's going to be very choppy along the way. Walmart, very extended up at these levels, so I'm not going to be trading this. Nike is just not following the rest of the markets at all. So you can see we do have a nice three price relationship. I told you guys there's going to be a lot of resistance on top. So you want to make sure price can push up above all these moving averages. We just have earnings, and we did exceed our earnings estimate. Now on the hourly chart, also trading below. Just be patient with this chart. If it starts to exhibit this behavior, I'm talking about getting up above this 200 moving average, pulling back. I'm finding a three price relationship here before resuming the upside, then that's an area I will be interested in placing a bet. Very similar to what we had in Verizon, right? This is something I'm looking at right now to place long, and also for the Dow. Dow's already starting to take off. This is one exactly what I like to see. It was exhibiting weakness before, series of lower highs and lower lows. Now it's going to start to gather up some strength, first in a smaller time frame. Taking a quick look at 3M. What I like about 3M is that it is exhibiting strength. Now it's getting back up above. I like to see a higher high here. So we have a high here right around 106. Push up a little bit farther, and from there, push up higher and then pull back. And then finding a three price relationship to splice in to go long. So Disney, it did make that pop to the upside. Pull back to this first horizontal line. And right now there's nothing for me to do on this chart. Merck, I'm looking for a deeper pullback to run around 116 and some change, to use that as a three price relationship as support. Okay, Chevron, it's just not really exhibiting any strength right now. You can see we do still have this lower highs and lower lows. Steadily getting back up above this 200 moving average on the daily. Johnson & Johnson, so showing weakness, right? Lower highs and lower lows. Now this is a great stock to hold on to long term, no dividend paying stock. Apple, right here, this area is very choppy. You can see right now, price is trading below this 200 moving average. So we could see some more downside correction. I know we've been seeing a lot of strength in NASDAQ. Now on the hourly chart, you can see it cannot overcome this 200 moving average on the hourly chart. So you can definitely build up a case on the short side. But if you take a quick look at the NASDAQ, you can see how strong that it is, right? So you do not want to be bucking the trend. Amazon, very strong stock over here, but also extended. Not much for me to do there. Boeing, so another case you can build for the weak side, for the downside correction. IBM, right here, very extended up to the upside, looking for a deeper pullback. JP Morgan, also very extended. Honeywell, very choppy, but we do have that price getting back up above this 200 moving average on the daily chart, so that's good. Travelers, very extended, not touching it. American Express, also very extended. Amgen, this one's pulling back. We did have a pocket of potential support prepared, but you can see right now price is crashing below, so there's nothing for me to do on this chart. McDonald's right now is trading below the 200 moving average. Let's see if it can continue to create a series of lower highs and lower lows. So you could build up a case for shorts, but right now the markets are still very strong. Visa, very extended up at these levels. Salesforce, also very extended. We've got a lot of extensions going on. Caterpillar, also very extended. We did find a nice three-price relationship here. If you go look back on my channel, I did identify this a couple weeks ago. Home Depot got a nice gap up. So also quite extended, looking for a deeper pullback before splicing in. Goldman just had a nice pop to the upside as well. Microsoft also extended these levels. And we did have a support area right around 400, and it's taken off to the upside with that as well. United Healthcare, another stock you can consider for shorting to the downside. But right now, I want you guys to spend some time for your homework. You want to look at the Russells, okay? Russell 1000, Russell 2000, and I usually order this by price. So when I'm looking at symbols, I just sort them out by price. Wayfair, this one's a nice three-price relationship, exhibiting very similar behavior. And we also got Pinterest. Let's see how Pinterest is doing. Okay, so you want to be waiting for this one, getting up above the 200 moving average on the hourly chart. But we still have this support area that is holding. Okay, KRC, Kilroy. Okay, this one's starting to shape up. Right, we got that three-price relationship against the 200 moving average. And we are using the 200 as support. Okay, Match.com. So these are some of the finds. So with Match.com, you want to make sure that Match exhibit this behavior here, getting back up above the 200 moving average, pulling back. This one has very, very strong fundamentals as well. Boston Properties. So this support area is still holding. Just got to be patient with this. On the hourly chart, currently trading below the 200 moving average. If you're not in this chart, making sure that price can get back up above this 200 moving average on the hourly chart. So Zoom, you want to make sure pricing exhibit this behavior here. I want to bust up above. Tyson's looking great, okay? That's what I'm talking about. So 13s with right here, right there at that bar. This is something that I look for day in and day out. If you're looking for some small caps, you can spin through the small caps and identify great setups. I'm talking about, all right, last year, 2022, 2023, selling off in the small caps, right? For example, Tyson over here. Over here, now that gets up strength above the 200 moving average, pulling back. That's the behavior I like to see. Because Russell 2000 is the lagger right now. I like to see if I can get that pull back into a three price and getting a trigger to go long on the 15-minute time frame. You want to make sure the chart is demonstrating strength, so price is trading nicely above the 200 moving average, both on the daily and hourly chart. DocuSign, see, another chart pattern looking very, very similar. Look at what happened back in 2022, 2023. This thing got hammered, right? It bottomed out, you got into an oversold conditions, and buyers start to step in. Now, when you see these stocks in the news, there will be up here. They'll be like, look at over here, DocuSign, you got to buy, right? Recommended buys. Well, this is where the institutions, they're offloading onto a retail. You got to buy low and sell high, right? So when everybody's talking about it in the markets over here, you got to be a seller. When nobody's talking about it, you can start to recognize these patterns that repeat themselves over and over on the chart. If you got to have some patience, right? You're holding on to the stock, then let that thing play out. Okay, we got this Molson Coors. We also went over this a couple days ago. And this is exactly what I like to see. Start to exhibit that behavior with strength back to the upside. Also, we had Square that came up on our radar a couple days ago. I still think Square is a great place to go long. You don't want to be going long with Square up at these areas. You want to go long when nobody's talking about them and it's just starting to gather up strength back to the upside. ConocoPhillips, we talked about another oil stock earlier, I think it was Chevron, and this is definitely exhibiting a lot more strength. And let's see if it can get up above this trend line, because right now we are in this triangle pattern, and oftentimes you can see price kind of bouncing back and forth between this triangle before deciding, okay, we're going to bust to the upside with this, or we're going to crash back to the downside. When I look at different oil stocks, I first take a quick look at oil, right? How is oil performing? Now, oil is exhibiting some strength. Now, we did have some downside correction back in 2022. And right here, we do have a horizontal line. Over here, this is a higher low, right? So when price starts to get back above with some strength, let's connect some lines. Okay, if I draw from there to there, and I'm going to extend it to the right. Extend to the right. Let's even get up above this trend line. Okay, we got auto parts. See, another one I love, right? So auto parts over here, we had a very, very long downside correction. And from here, price is getting back up above. Now, if you're just holding on to the long term, I think you can just positionize correctly as you see fit, add to more of your position. Carnival Cruise, a lot of people have been watching this stock or watching this video, and it's starting to play out exactly what I like to see. As you've been going through my picks, you can see that this repeatable pattern keeps on showing over and over again. That's what I have for you guys. I want you guys to go through the Russell 2000, Russell 1000, and finding some strength in these charts, okay? You want to identify some setups. For example, charts looking like this. Here's another one. Many of these stocks are not going to be high flyers. They're not going to be in the news. But some of them, they are paying out dividends, right? So you want to be paying attention to that. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions regarding swing trading, Fibonacci trading, leave a comment below. Go so you can visit my bio links for my free PDF and also for my course. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Hi everyone, John here. I recently put together a PDF on Fibonacci trading. You guys can check out the link in the descriptions below. I'll also put it in the comments. Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? We go over setups and cryptocurrencies as well as US equities to help you grow your account. Subscribe now and hit that notification button. We look to hearing from you in the comments area.